Hi, this is Sienna Morris, the Numberism artist. I'm doing a little sneak peek of what's going to be available at the show this for Making Room for the Brain. It's the auction on the 31st of July. This one here is Universal Proprioception. It's my newest piece. Maybe I should just explain it. This is my most complex piece. It's hard to explain, but it's a self-portrait. It's me. And it's quite complex. There are 37 points of data in this piece. So proprioception is the physical knowledge of the self. If you extend that to the universe, the idea is to know the universe is to know yourself, and vice versa. One way to see this is you see me staring off at Andromeda, the Andromeda galaxy as seen in UV, and I'm sort of transfixed by it and all the information that's in it. And you see behind me the entire universe, which I have yet to even know is there. So there's, in that part, it's a representation of where I am in my study with Numberism. I'm at the very beginning, and the more I learn, the more it's obvious how much more there is to learn. So it's humbling, I guess. So the other part is complex. I'm going to see if I can get my magnifying glass. To do so, I'm going to have to walk away. Sorry. I really planned this out well. Let's see. Magnifying glass. All right. So this is a really detailed piece. I don't know if we'll be even able to see any of the numbers here well. It's really hard to see them, but the front of my face is drawn with questions about the universe. Is it infinite? Is it finite? Are we alone in the universe? What is the nature of thought? Are there parallel universes? If so, do they follow the same rules of physics as our own? I'm going to move this now because it's nice and glary. Right after the questions, there's equations for firing neurons, things like the Hodgkin-Huxley model. So it's a science of thought. I'm going to put this magnifying glass down, I think. So it's so big. And then it immediately goes into the triple alpha process. Here you go. You can see it there. That's a nuclear fusion of elements in stars. Placing it in my hair and in my arm here and my neck is my way of saying we are star stuff. And then everything back here is drawn with science I want to better understand. I'm at different levels of comprehension with all of it. The number's a little bit bigger here, so definitely going to get rid of this magnifying glass. Putting it down. Some of the science here addresses the questions at the front of my face. For instance, this here is the Drake equation, which is a probability equation for life in the universe. So are we alone? And given different variables. This is Hubble's constant, escape velocity, conservation of angular momentum, which you might be able to see. Yeah. This nebular arm is the Jeans instability equation, which is the instability in a nebula necessary for it to start collapsing under its own gravity, which is phase 1 of star formation. You'll also see the wavelength for molecular hydrogen in there. Here and here we have the Schwarzschild radius. That's the radius of a massive body. If it reaches it, it can no longer fight against its gravitational pull and becomes a black hole. I also have it up here in the corner, there. This is the background radiation of the universe and the age of the universe. The Einstein field equations. Andromeda is drawn with basic data on it. Come on, focus. There we go. So we have its apparent magnitude, its absolute magnitude, its distance in light years, coordinates to find it via a telescope, the speed of light, its luminosity, and there's more in there. Like I said, there's lots and lots of data in this piece, and coming out from it is the speed of light in metric. And then sort of saved my favorite part till last. This great big galaxy over here is, I call it the grand unified theory. Get closer to this. So half of it, this area here, is drawn with Newton's second law of motion and the Einstein field equations. So Newton's second law of motion, that applies to us, planets, apples, things like that. The Einstein field equations is for the geometry of the universe based on its warping via energy and mass. It's a really basic explanation of something really complicated and awesome. I suggest reading about it online. There's lots to learn about that. Anyway, this half is Schrödinger's equation and Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. This is science that applies to the smallest, so electrons, photons, this sort of thing. Finding a unified theory that would link these two theories together would be very exciting. So we don't have anything quite yet that is perfect representation. And this is a scratchboard etching. Oh, and this guy, I forgot this guy. This is Fibonacci's sequence, an equation for doing a Fibonacci sequence, and the golden ratio. So it's 3 mathematical paths to seeing this beautiful golden spiral. And this is a scratchboard etching. I've etched it with an X-Acto blade, and then I stain the revealed numbers with ink. And she's going to be at the auction, Making Room for the Brain. She's brand new. She's one of the biggest pieces I have. She usually goes for around $12,000. I'm not bringing her down that much. The starting price for her is $10,000. I think the buy now price is $20,000. She's new, and this piece means a lot to me. So I don't know if I'm ready to get rid of her yet. But we'll see. And this piece down here is the description. So it's big. This is the description of the numbers in this piece, and I think I actually forgot some of the math to put in here. So there's lots and lots of data, and you'll get this description with her if you get her. Okay, so this is universal proprioception. She will be at the show. I also have prints of her on a nebula background on canvas in all of my usual sizes. I also have some large format limited editions of her, which is the same size as this piece, a 24 by 36. Those are $450. I might have one of those at the auction. I think I'm still on number 1 of 20, so this is brand new. Okay, thanks for watching.